Well, here I am on the banks of a deep pit in Cambridge here. Now, I've fished here a few times in the winter during the winter syndicate, but this is it's my second time down here in summer. I fished down here last week, and it was tough going into 2 nights. I had a couple of bites, managed to lose 2, but I did manage one. I managed a 28 off the top, which was a nice fish, a nice long lean fish. I think it just spawned, so it completely empty. But I really enjoyed that last session, so I came down here again this week to have another go. And yeah, it's all kicking off a little bit. I think I've had 8 bites so far, and I've only done 1 night. I'm just going into the second night now, and it's just gone mad. Now, I've not landed all of them. Most of them 20s, 1 double, the others 20s up to about £27, and I've just landed my first Cambridge here 30. So let's get it out now. Let's have a look at it. Well, here she is, my first Cambridge here 30. Fished Cambridge here a few times before on some really tricky waters, but all I had before is 20s, so it's nice to have a 30. This one weighed in at £32.14. Really pleased with this. Big fat female fish by the looks of it, and been catching a few males up until now. But happy with this one. Well, this is turning out to be a manic session. I've had 11 bites now, which has really surprised me because I don't know the water that well. So to get 11 bites from a relatively new water is a fantastic result for me. The catalyst for it all was a thunderstorm yesterday afternoon. It went from being flat calm, nice and sunny, 20 odd degrees, to just blackened skies, gale force winds and hailstorm. And these hailstones were, I don't know, the size of golf balls. They were really pelting down into the water, into my rods, into the bivvy, and it's a new prototype bivvy as well, so I've really give that one a bit of a baptism. And shortly after the thunderstorm, the lake just came alive. There were fish crashing everywhere. They were moving around in the snags, and you know, it just seemed to change the whole lake and the way the fish behaved. And probably about half an hour after the thunderstorm stopped, I had a bite on my left-hand rod. Landed that one, 27.5 pound, I think it was. Just in the process of weighing it when my other rod went off as well. By rights, I probably should have lost that. You know, I had to set the net up as I was playing it in. So I gave it a bit too much slack line, but you know, I managed to bundle it into the net, and that was the 32.14 that I've just showed you. After that, I had another one in the night, 32.10. This time a mirror, which was nice because it's mainly a lake full of commons. And then this morning, I had a 31.5. Again, another common. So it has turned out to be a fantastic session for me. And it's not just been about the weather as well. It's been bait. I've really wanted the bait. And I've got through 15 kilos of boilers, and I'm using the Mainline hybrid at the minute, and they just can't seem to get enough of it down here. I bought about 8 kilos with me fresh, just straight out the freezer, and then I've got another 7 kilos of air dried. You know, when I've got a bit left over at each session, I just put them into an air dry sack, hang them up somewhere dry and warm, and then they can last me weeks and weeks, and I just rehydrate them before I put them in. And I've used all that, and I can't help but think that if I had more bait with me, I'd be catching more fish. But it's not just about the hybrid as well. It's about the hook baits and the rigs that I'm using. This is the current rig that I'm using. Basically, it's a snowman, but because I use the pop-up closest to the hook, I call it reverse snowman. Now, the bait I've got furthest away from the hook, that's bottom bait. I like to use the hard hookers. The dumbbell hard hookers, simply because they're a bit firmer, so they put it with the attention of nuisance fish. And if a bird picks it up, I know it's going to stay there, it's going to stay in place. All I do is just cut the end off a little bit, just to give it a bit of a ragged end, to release the smell a little bit more, and just so it looks more like a crush bait that's gone out there. But I really do like these little 8 millers. This is the white one. I've been catching on white and pink, and it's done really well for me. And the pop-ups, basically, they're just buoyant enough just to negate the weight of a size 6 hook. So when a fish picks it up, all it does, just feels the weight of the bottom bait. But the best thing about them is it's a hybrid flavour as well. So it's not some really sweet, over-flavoured fruity boilie, which works really well for me in spring. But now it's summertime, I think the fish are getting used to that a little bit. So a nice little white or a nice little pink 8 miller just to negate the weight of the hook. It smells the same as the bottom baits, it smells the same as the freebers. It's fantastic, and I've been doing really well on it since I've had them. Well, just as I was packing up, went and got another bite, so that's a 12th bite for the session. not the biggest in the world, but it gave me a right old run around and got me stuck around a buoy, so we had to go out in the boat and get it. But yeah, here we are, 26.5 pounds, so real nice way to end the session.